From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. American tariffs and an upcoming review of the Continental Trade Pact will headline discussions today as Prime Minister Mark Carney's cabinet begins its two-day retreat in Toronto.
While previous governments referred to these sort of gatherings as cabinet retreats, Carney's office is rebranding the event as a cabinet planning forum. The meeting, of course, coming 2 weeks before the House of Commons is to return for the fall sitting, about a month or so before Carney's new government presents its first federal budget. Ministers are expected to spend most of their time discussing U.S. President Donald Trump's tariff war. Just over a week ago, Cabinet approved a decision to tamp down Canada's tariff retaliation, aligning most tariffs with the U.S. by exempting goods covered under the Canada-U.S.-Mexico Agreement. Rob Westgate, The Canadian Press.
President Donald Trump plans to go to his country's Supreme Court as early as today to ask it to help save his tariff policy against Canada and other countries. A U.S. federal appeals court found last Friday that Trump's so-called Liberation Day tariffs and his fentanyl-related duties are illegal and exceed his powers under the national security statute he used to impose them. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith says the province has been overwhelmed by newcomers in recent years, and that has prompted her government to consider potentially contentious ideas around how it can control its immigration levels. Smith and her Alberta Next panel were criticized at the latest town hall last night in Medicine Hat for proposing to potentially withhold social services from some newcomers in order to ease strain on services.
When you end up with 150,000 people coming a year versus 50,000 a year, which has been our experience the last 3 years, it becomes overwhelming of all of our systems. You're seeing it in classrooms that are overcrowded, complexity in classrooms, English language learners. People can't find a family doctor. We can't build homes fast enough.
The Alberta government is gauging the public's interest in a raft of proposals from equalization reform to an Alberta police service with the aim of reshaping its relationship with Ottawa. And the woman who allegedly sold the fatal doses of the drug ketamine to Friends actor Matthew Perry is set to officially tell a California judge today that she committed the crime.
Jasveen Sangha is the last of the 5 defendants to plead guilty, admitting to her role in the death of Matthew Perry and another man who died of an overdose, allegedly from taking her drugs in 2019. Today, she's set to go before a federal judge to officially change her plea. Sangha, known as a ketamine queen, agreeing to plead guilty to several counts, including distributing ketamine. She could get up to 45 years in federal prison when she's sentenced. Prosecutors say she also tried to destroy evidence after Perry's death. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays hope to win their game tonight in Cincinnati to take their 3-game series against the Reds. Shane Bieber will be on the mound for the Jays, who won 12-9 last night. The AL East leading Blue Jays will open a 3-game series next against the Yankees in New York Friday. The Yankees and the Boston Red Sox each won their games last night to remain 2.5 games back of the Jays in the division. Montreal tennis star Felix Auger-Aliassime will attempt to punch his ticket to the U.S. Open semifinals when he plays 8th-seeded Australian Alex de Minaur today in the men's singles quarterfinals. Top-seeded Jannik Sinner and 10th-seeded Lorenzo Musetti will play in today's other quarter on the heels of quarterfinal wins already by Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic. One Canadian remains playing in the women's doubles category. Gabriela Dabrowski of Ottawa and her playing partner Erin Routliffe of New Zealand will face a second-seeded Italian combo today in the semifinals. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.